I have a very curious question. On the day of the crucifixion, Christ is on the cross. He issues the tetelestai. It is finished.
Yes.
And all of nature groaned. The earth opened up. Several people came up out of their graves. I'm just curious, does the Bible say anything about what happened to those people who came up out of the graves?
I believe they just simply died again. The Bible doesn't say, and they live forever and ever. No, it doesn't say that. So because they came back out of the grave to show, I believe, demonstrate without any doubt that in fact Jesus Christ does in fact have power over death, whether it was raising the widow woman's son, whether it was raising the little girl, Jairus' daughter, or those that came out of the grave when Jesus died on the cross. I believe all of those are demonstrations to prove. A lot of people say a lot of things, but when it comes down to proving it, I believe only Jesus demonstrated once and for all that he did, in fact, have power over death. Your thoughts?
I'll give you another just thought about it. Some have said that possibly these that came out of the grave at that time, of course, Jesus had to rise from the grave first. He's the first fruits of the resurrection. So he comes out on the third day. And then these graves opened up also, and they became witnesses of Christ throughout the city, that he is the Messiah. They probably were many of those who were in Abraham's bosom, who then came alive. They were those who had faith in the Messiah to come. And there's an interesting passage in the book of Colossians where it says that Jesus triumphed over all his enemies, all principalities and powers and angels and so forth. And this word triumph is like leading a parade to heaven. So some believe that it possibly could have been, as Jesus ascends to heaven, he took those who had resurrected as the first fruits of the resurrection, and he took them all the way to heaven with him. So it's a fascinating thought. We don't know for sure because we're not really told fully what happened to those folks, and we don't read about any further information other than what we find there. So, but it's another idea. It's nothing to die on the hill on or anything like that, but it's just another idea. But we know that Jesus said, I am the resurrection and life. He who believes in me shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Amen? So that's what it's all about. That's the best thing we know. Mike?
Amen. And when we find there that Jesus rose, he ascended into the sky, the angels appeared to the disciples, ye men of Galilee, why sit you here gazing into heaven? This same Jesus that you saw will come in like manner. Now, the thing I think that's important because, again, it doesn't mention anybody else ascending with Christ at that moment. But either way you look at it, I do not believe that the people that rose from the dead, and I believe Derald agrees with this, are perpetually still alive on the earth somewhere. I believe they were raised, and then they either ascended when Christ went, or they just simply died after they finished their testimony. So I hope that helps.